Life is so busy, if you blink, you can miss something amazing. It's important to take a moment and enjoy what we have and the people around us. I'm Mo Hagan, Chief Operating Officer for CamFit Pro, and welcome to A Moment with Mo, a podcast where I will welcome some incredible guests to talk fitness and nutrition, mindset and self-improvement, setting your goals into action, and much, much more. Now let's get chatting. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a bonus episode, A Moment with Mo. I'm Mo, and I am going to be joined by two fabulous individuals, my dear friends. And before I tell you who is coming into this podcast episode today, I'd love to just kick this off with a conversation around why we're here. I am always excited. It's like Christmas early every year, and that is when we launch the official Fitness Industry Trends Report through CamFit Pro. And of course, if you've been following me, you know that I work as Chief Operating Officer with CamFit Pro in my day career, my night career, my weekend career, and my career for the last 30 years as CamFit Pro is celebrating its 30th anniversary. I've been following trends for over 30 years. And I can tell you what you're going to learn today is not only about the trends, but insights from my dear guest, Lori Wainwright, famously known on her global retreats as Loredana Wainwright. And of course, Nathalie Lacombe, who you all know in the fitness industry. And the combined experience and insight, gals, did you know that it adds up to over 75 years?
I was afraid you were going to say 100, and I'm like, please don't, please don't, please don't.
So everybody, Nathalie, we're all so young. We started when we were 10, but the experience in the industry between the three of us is 75 years, and our friendship is about the same if you add it all up. But individually, I've known Loredana as a fellow instructor at Good Life. How long has it been, Lori, since we've been teaching together?
I will say over 25 years. I'm going with that.
And Nathalie, how long have we been working together as instructors and colleagues?
Yeah, I'm going to say that 25 years in the industry when we got connected. So
isn't that great?
Yeah, went by quickly still.
I know it flies by quickly, but what I love about our time in the industry together is that we have lots of insights and perspectives about where the fitness industry where it's come to presently and where it's heading in the future. But we're going to dive in on one specific umbrella trend that underneath that umbrella rises a multitude of trends that are predicted to be top trends for 2024. And how do I know that? It's because I've seen with my eyes the results of our member trends report survey, which we had 1,000 respondents, which is very significant for a survey that we'll be launching very soon for the media and first thing in the new year through CamFit Pro's magazine. So more insight there. But what I wanted to kick off this bonus episode talking about is something that the three of us amigos are embarking upon in April of 2024. So can I say it and then we'll talk about it? Okay.
Go for it.
So keeping with the industry trends, we are seeing that fitness and wellness professionals are seeking diversification in not only what they're offering for their services beyond what they're doing presently, but also where they are offering their services. Not only that, but they're embarking on new programs to serve their members, community, and followers, even those they may not work with directly during, day to day, but certain times of the year that center around wellness, recovery, regeneration, and mindfulness. And within all of that, it adds up to self-care, fitness, and wellness experiences. Now, we saw this on the top trends report in a multitude of areas. I'm kind of geeky I kind of geek out when it comes to trends. When we asked facilities what they're offering, it was very surprising to see that facilities, and this is ranked 15 on the list, offering holistic wellness retreats. Adventure Fitness ranking in our top list within the top 20, which is well, it's not in the top 10. It is rising from not on the list to now on the list, where fitness pros can operate their business presently in 2023, but where they see it going next year. And then I'm going to add two more things, and then we can open it up where I can introduce you both. And then I'm going to turn the show over to the two of you because you have a wealth of knowledge in what we're going to talk about. But the top 10 trends for 2024 predicted by our respondents is mental health and mindfulness and stress reduction within the top 5. And in the top 10s list, group fitness is associating their programming, moving more towards recovery, regeneration classes, and no surprise, mind-body classes, yoga, Pilates, Zen classes, meditation classes, and everything under that sort of mind-body self-care umbrella is in the top 10 list. So I know that doesn't surprise the two of you, but it may surprise those listening in and viewing. So I want to dive into a conversation and announce what we are embarking on, and then open the conversation to the why and the how.
We have a drum roll.
I'm going to start closest to home and introduce all of you to Loredana Wainwright, and famously known as Good Life as Lori or Lore, but known around the globe where she runs her wellness retreats as Loredana Wainwright. So Loredana has been a fitness professional helping individuals achieve their goals, as stated earlier, for 30 years, trained in Hatha-based yoga. Practicing with Loredana will give you knowledge both on how the body responds to asanas or poses and how your heart and your soul might settle. I love that, Lori. Loredana leads wellness retreats worldwide. We're going to hear more about that, and focuses on locations that provide exceptional experiences for all that come along. And Lori, I'll be back to you in a minute to kick off our interview today, but let me just introduce everyone to Nathalie. Nathalie's combined experience is 25 years, internationally known. She has a unique background with her degrees in psychology and exercise science, and passionately connects that, helping people look to improve mental, physical, and social health. And Nathalie is a qualified instructor, trainer, yoga teacher, and award-winning presenter, the Vice President of Fitness Industry Council of Canada, and a CanFit Pro advisory panelist. Nathalie enjoys and delivers joyful movement, is known for her joyful movement and insights as a speaker, coach, trainer, and what would you call yourself, the matchmaker of the fitness industry?
Cupid, but yes, Cupid.
Cupid. Okay, I'll take Cupid.
Exactly.
That sounds better. So listen in, because why are we mentioning all this? Well, to kick us off, I'd like to say that you always want to show up for in-person events, such as at CanFit Pro Global. And this is where the idea of a fitness, you could say fitness industry, but you could also say the first wellness retreat hosted by and sponsored by Air Canada Vacations is happening here with the three of us in April 2024. And we're sharing it with you so that you can come along and join us. Now,
I can't believe those words came out of your mouth. Like I'm still pinching myself. What? Can you repeat that?
Yes, Air Canada Vacations, Good Life Fitness, Loredana Wainwright with Fitness for All, Nathalie Lacombe, everything that connects the Air Canada Vacations French community, and myself. I'm just tagging along for the experience, but I want to say that the three of us, because of what started as a conversation at CanFit Pro Global, has now become truly the first event of its kind, a wellness retreat that Air Canada Vacations is thrilled to be able to offer. So Lori, I'm going to give you the floor. Please take us back to that conversation in August where you just so happen to be presenting about how to set up a wellness retreat or fitness retreat. how to do that using your talents and strengths, and then who you happened to meet that led to the conversation that brought us here today.
Yeah, so thanks, Mo. Geez, it's astonishing to think it was back in August when I spoke with Brad Warren from Good Life Fitness, and he said we just bumped into each other at the presenters evening, and he said, "Hey, you do retreats, right?" And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "I got something cooking with Air Canada Vacation. I want to throw it by you." And I said, "Okay, tell me more," because that's what you always do to try to extract more information. Tell me more. So he kind of laid it together, and as a result, we met a couple weeks later. Air Canada Vacations had started discussions with Good Life about doing these retreats, and introduced us together. And then we quickly pulled in, a couple other goodies that also run in this circle. And it's like we're dreaming out loud. It truly is. As we're planning this, we're dreaming out loud, and everyone's so excited about pulling this together. And I mentioned it to you before. I feel like this is like a conscious collision of the travel industry with the wellness industry coming together, and it's already there because we've been doing this for a few years now, but I really feel with Air Canada Vacations especially that we're on the pinnacle, we're on the the echelon of who knows what to come, and just to be in that novice state of it is really exciting, and to be with the two of you is incredible again.
Well, you're so humble, Lori, because you have a very polished fitness and wellness retreat model with Fitness for All, and you've been traveling around the country and abroad to run your various retreats. Tell us, how many have you done, and why don't you let us know where we're heading on this retreat in April, and then
Sure.
I'll pass it to Nathalie for the next question.
Sure. Yeah. So if I counted them, there's probably about, I'd say 20 retreats over the last 5 years or so. It started small in Northern Ontario. I've been to British Columbia, back to Northern Ontario, in my heartland, Italy, Sardinia, which is a blue zone, which really, I think, inspired me to stay global. Portugal has been on the list, and is again, Costa Rica. So really finding these niche places that can really cater to, a community that's not hundreds, but that is really, catering to them, to individual experiences. And so when we were poking around with Air Canada on where we're going to choose to do this, and they've been exceptional in trying to give us some of that reign as well. It had to be boutique-y. It had to be something very special. It had to be a place where we felt that we could deliver those best experiences, especially as it pertains to, the earth, Mother Earth, and Zen, and that tranquility and adventure in our bodies, challenging that. And so after a few goes at it, we've landed on beautiful Antigua. So we're headed to Antigua in April.
I've always heard so much about this. One of the most cited is one of the most beautiful islands in the Caribbean. And the resort is brand new as far as totally renovated. And they've just they're as equally excited to have us, as they have reopened under a whole new look and feel to actually bring this type of experience to life. And I know what you mean about having these global retreats and the experience you can create and also experience for yourself. I've benefited from being at retreats in various places in the world, Turkey, the Canary Islands, and Egypt. And, but I've also had the opportunity to be a co-facilitator, just like the three of us will be as well. I'm going to pass it to Nathalie, because Nathalie, I'd love, as the joy movement and the, person that loves to create the experiences, why don't you tell us what this experience is going to be like, what the theme of our event, how we're bringing together our talents, and to bring an incredible collision of experience between, a travel experience and a fitness wellness experience?
It's interesting. I was listening to what you mentioned about the trends, and I got to be honest, the list that you gave of focusing not just on physical health, but on mental health, of focusing on mindfulness, of not punishing our bodies through exercise, but honoring and celebrating our bodies through physical activity and everything that comes along with that, moving for wellness, moving for mental health, and all of that, I'll be honest with you, is giving me my second wind of my career. If it wasn't for that, I don't think I'd be how motivated and inspired I am right now in my career, or B, for when it comes to me being the first time that I'm helping host a wellness, fitness, and movement retreat. That's the reason I'm doing this. Because if we think back at what retreats were like maybe 10 years ago, which people would go to like a really hot climate, do a fair bit of like aquafit and 7,000 burpees and coming back having hope to lose 10 pounds or something like that. That's not my vibe. I wouldn't have done it, because it's with Lori, because it's with you, because of the support of Air Canada Vacation and the inclusivity, accessibility, and wellness, really focused on well-being. That's why I wanted to be a part of this. And I think what makes it super, super unique, whether people are in the fitness industry or fitness fans or people who just enjoy moving and enjoy active living, this is about a week that lasts so much longer than that. Because yes, we will have yoga and meditation every day and movements and hikes, and Mo's created some phenomenal aqua zen classes in the water. We will have some activities around managing stress and anxiety, around improving your sleep, around work-life balance, around doing all of that. And what we want you to do is for your suitcase and your mind and your spirit and your body and your soul to be so much more full when you leave than when you got there, from lots of, gifts and fun things that we have, but really taking that as like a stepping stone to a different way to move and live and thrive and find joy in how our bodies can be together. And so that's what we're really focusing on.
So well said. The sub theme of this wellness retreat is, to ignite your strength. I love how it's like your strength, but not just like you say, it's not like how many burpees and how much exercise you can do to earn your cocktails at happy hour, but, or lose weight while you're on vacation, but it's really to find the strength within yourself, physically, mentally, emotionally, collaboratively, and then embrace adventure. And you mentioned all the examples. I'm shocked, Nathalie, that you didn't mention the culinary experience from the get-go.
I haven't gotten to that yet. I haven't gone to the culinary experience yet. But yes, the reality is all of this is, so when you say about the strength, there's a nourishing part of it. We're nourishing our strength, right? And so through food, through movement, through adventure, through the hike and the sights and the sounds that we're going to get, through the community, because there is a limited number of people that are going to be able to join us, but it's about that community, about nourishing one another. Like, I can't wait to take class and move with the two of you, just to be, you know what I mean? To just learn and to practice the concept of practicing through that and to nourish that strength. Yes, through a fantastic foodie experience, some restorative stuff, some self-care stuff, all kinds of things that we're going to be doing together. And I will say this, because some people have asked in the past about like these kinds of retreats and you're like kind of packed 24/7, enough time for you to nourish either in solitude with a loved one that you might want to have join you, with, as Lori mentioned, Mother Earth, with the sun and the sand and the sea and yourself. So whatever you need, there is time and space for all of that, which I think makes it really special.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and I think just to add to that, which is, sorry, Mo, but to add to that, which is really cool, is as we're talking to Air Canada Vacations, we were pretty clear. This isn't a beer fest. This isn't where we're going to, party and green beer and it's March break kind of thing, which we've all done and it's been great, but it's beyond that. And very interesting that the free time for people, I know in past retreats that has been a highlight. Like I actually had time to do nothing and be on my own and have that time. So we were very, very mindful in programming time for self, and that is so important. We've heard too, really sad that the WHO, and I don't know, you guys probably heard this, declared just this week that loneliness is a global public health concern. Loneliness is surpassing the lack of exercise now as this public health concern. And so one of the outcomes of these retreats has been, from my perspective and what I've experienced, is the connection that's created with people you've probably never known before or met before. But there's this common thread of, I want to live life better. I want to be able to, be inspired in a way that I can feel that physically in my body. And I can tell you that it has been phenomenal to see individuals continue their journey after they go home. And to this day, I get letters and emails from people saying, thank you so much for that retreat experience. I'm inspired now. I wake up and I meditate every day. I go for a walk every day. I do this every day. And it was that spark that made it happen. So when you think about loneliness as a health concern, and it ties into the mental health, it ties into just feeling like you could live longer in a happy way. It's definitely not about burpees anymore. It really is.
Wow. It really
I feel like
is.
we're going to have to do one burpee.
Thanks for volunteering for that.
Oh, that's good. And it is, absolutely everything that's been said. And I thank you for bringing up that terrible stat, but it's the reality. And this is why, and I also believe too, this is why people are seeking out adventures and rather than just going on a holiday, sitting on a beach and doing nothing. They want to experience something that's going to move them forward in their life, not just escape for a week. And the other thing I wanted to share, because it's so important, is this is an opportunity to connect with, someone that you might want to experience this with. We are bringing our spouses. I can remember the last time I went on a trip with my husband. It was our first holiday together for a multitude of years. But it's something we get to experience and learn about this aspect of wellness together that we can then share beyond the trip, that we'll both connect on a deeper level with. My husband, I like to meditate in the morning and he likes to talk to me. And I'm like, I can't talk and meditate at the same time. So maybe we'll meditate together. But the point being is this is something you can experience with a girlfriend, a sister, brother, a significant other, or like you said, Laura, you meet someone there that becomes your, friend forever. And then you meet them the next time. Like you have a lot of friends that come back to your retreat in Sardinia every year that just reconnect there like a bit of a homecoming, right?
Yeah, it was so funny. This year in Sardinia, there were 10 individuals that had been on the Ucluelet, British Columbia retreat. And then they all showed up in Italy and they traveled together on their own. A lot of individuals, women especially, living, on their own. They're quite happy, but they don't have a partner to travel with. So that's what I found a lot of. And couples have so much fun, and the beauty of it is it's all optional, right? Like, so there's some guys that don't want to do the yoga, but man, are they interested in the culinary experience? And you talk about your experiences as a group, and the bond is unreal.
Oh,
unreal.
Absolutely. I know my experience last year in Egypt. I knew basically 3 people going in, and now I have friends from all over Germany and other parts of Europe that I stay in contact with. And they're my, I feel like I have this international friendship group that just widens your horizon of experiencing life around the world and, getting to go to cool places as well. I did mention, and we've talked about it a little bit, is the connection with Air Canada Vacations and Good Life Fitness. So more to come on this exciting first of its kind with Air Canada Vacations, a wellness retreat featuring the three of us in April. The week, for those that are eager to know so they can mark it on their calendar, is April 6th to 13th. I do believe, Nathalie, correct me if I'm wrong, everybody that's coming from the province of Quebec arrives the day before. Those that are coming from Quebec leave the day before. And then Lori and I are coming in with the Ontario crew. But, just with that, we expect that this retreat will sell out. It is limited or exclusive. So you want to keep your ears and eyes open for more information at Good Life Fitness across Ontario, on the channels of Good Life, the rewards program. You'll also have an opportunity of following us on our social channels. We'll be giving you more information as it launches this upcoming month. And so maybe we could just take it to the point where how can people best follow you, Lori and Nathalie? And then I'd love, Nathalie, for you to share what you're going to be talking about in an upcoming podcast, In Bed with the Fitness Industry.
Sure.
Go ahead,
For
Lori.
me, you can follow me. Best to reach out to my website, loriwainwright.com, Lore, because it's Loredana, but I shorten it. So it's Lori, Lore, Wainwright with the W, two of them, WAINWRIGHT.com, where you can find all my handles for socials. And and you can see a lot, you get a little bit of background of this Italian.
All right.
Yeah.
And what this Italian is going to be bringing, because she's bringing it, and she's very experienced in creating the most unique retreat adventures, and has really, you're so humble, Lori. You've guided Air Canada on this project that they've been eager to launch. And so thank you for your experience and for bringing Fitness for All best practices to what we're going to be embarking on. Nathalie, yourself.
Easiest to find me if you want through social media, probably via Instagram at Nathalie Lacombe Coaching. So NATHALIE Coaching. And you can find me there. And yes, I'm about to jump in bed with Lori and Mo. Mo's third time that she keeps jumping in bed with me. Not surprised. Not surprised at all. But we're going to jump in bed. So the In Bed with the Fitness Industry podcast, where we'll talk a little bit more about this, you can find either through YouTube, on the YouTube channel, or anywhere where you prefer listening to your podcasts.
Oh, thank you. And of course, this podcast will air right away. So stay tuned. But when you hear it and watch it, jump over to mohagan.com, MOHAGAN.com. I'll be posting everything about the upcoming retreat in Antigua with Air Canada Vacations and Good Life Fitness. And maybe we can then launch the schedule and give everyone insight as to what we're going to be doing during this week, both on this beautiful property and off the property. And just to give you something to think about as you're wondering, what is that gift that I give myself as far as self-care that I can put under the tree this year, and or put into my calendar as I set my goals and intentions for living more holistically this upcoming 2024. And it's always important to set your goals before the year kicks off, so you have something to look forward to. It keeps it real, and it gives you that feeling of joy to know that you're investing in yourself. So thank you, Loredana and Nathalie. Great to be with you all, and we look forward to embarking upon Antigua, perhaps with you.